$20 is $20, my guy, you know, so.
Yeah, man's found a shiny Bidoof.
Going to 3D for Pokemon was such a mistake. I'll tell you why.
Shut
bro.
up, bro. That's a stupid,
I'll tell you why.
That's a stupid question.
That's not a stupid question.
That is a stupid question. Welcome everyone to Fly Under the Radar, where we as brothers tell stories, have a laugh, and just talk about things that happen in this crazy world. I'm Timothy, and this is William, and yeah, let's just get right into it, sir. How was your week? Anything interesting happened?
Well, the first thing is that we went to an all-you-can-eat Japanese and Thai restaurant.
Was that last week? When was that, Sunday?
That was Saturday.
Bro, that was last Saturday after we recorded our episode. So
Yeah.
it was like,
But that's still part of this
I
week.
guess technically that's still part of this week. What, do you not go out to restaurants often or what, my G?
Well, it's not that I don't go out often. It's that I am a restaurant, like, enjoyer, right? My favorite restaurant is probably Boston Pizza,
Alright, that's like
right?
actually depressing. Imagine saying your favorite restaurant is Boston Pizza.
But it's
Nah.
it's just good, bro. I
It's
don't know.
garbage.
Okay.
I would rather
It's-
eat from a garbage can than eat from Boston Pizza. Guys, you know last year for my birthday, the guy took me to Boston Pizza for food. Nah, that's
They gave
just
you a free
troll.
cake at the end for your birthday
Bro.
and everything, bro.
Nah, bro, stop.
Their pastas are good.
Oh
They're the only like it's funny because Boston Pizza, like, their pizzas are not good, but like everything else is pretty good.
Bro, their pizzas are just like yucky.
Well, you don't go to Boston Pizza for pizza, bro. You go for the pasta, man.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what happened at the restaurant this week, bro? Since you wanted to bring it up.
Well, I just want to bring it up because we got to see our cousin. Shout out to him and a few other friends and stuff. So, but I'm just like, I wanted your opinion on the whole all-you-can-eat format, and maybe we can talk about different types of cuisines. Because we went to a Japanese and Thai place, and I'm a big fan of like Japanese food in general. I like my sushi.
But I don't know about like all you can eat because for me, I've never been a heavy eater. You know, there's people that can eat. For me, I'm more of a light eater. I like to pace myself, and at an all-you-can-eat restaurant, pacing yourself is not like the move. You kind of just gotta stuff yourself because you're paying more than you normally would, but that's because you get to eat as much as you possibly can. So I don't mind going to it like once in a while, but like on a regular basis, probably not. You know, once in a blue moon, it's aight though. You know, it's aight.
I mean, I personally prefer like paying for a meal and getting what I paid for type thing, you
Mhm.
know. Just 'cause like stuffing yourself completely just to get your money's worth.
Yeah.
And apparently, like, if you keep eating a lot, they like actually put like baking soda or something in the food to like get you even more filled or something.
Bro, because they're just like it's literally like a game. Like they're trying to make you full before they get you to pay the full amount basically. So they're trying to make like obviously it's a business so they're trying to make money, but like this is the only way with like food where you can actually scam the business because you just eat so much. So yeah, that was a fun time. Do you know what I actually saw this week on the internet? I don't know, like this. Apparently, this show has been around, but I just like saw someone like talking about it. It's called Naked and Afraid. Do you know what that is,
I've seen memes of it.
bro? It's
But-
so dumb. So basically, think of a dating show, but the first thing that happens is everyone's naked. So like everyone's behind like a door. And then there's like a guy or a woman choosing, and basically they show everyone nude, and like it's not covered on the show, like it's everything shown on.
What?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Because I saw some guy talking about it. Like, I'm like, there's no way they actually show the nudity, right? So I went online, found the show, and I started watching it. Everything showed, and I'm like, fuck this shit, bro. I'm not watching this.
It's kind of sus,
It
no?
is. And the basic premise is you choose who you want to go on a date for by just seeing them naked first. So, nah, it's kind of scuffed.
What?
And there's like multiple seasons, like 6 or 7 seasons.
There's 7 seasons of this?
Bro, I don't know who the hell's
Bro.
watching it. Like,
How did this get on
actually,
TV, dude?
I don't know. I don't know how this show is on TV, fam. I thought that was fucked.
I thought Naked and Afraid was a show about like people like stranded on an island and they had to like. I thought it was like one of those shows, like survival shows.
No. I think there might be another show like that. Maybe I'm confusing the names, but I think it's something Naked and something. Maybe Naked and Afraid is one of those shows, but it's a show basically that like some dating show. But no, I think there is like one of those that you were talking about. Do you watch any of those shows though? Not like this.
Like
show.
Survivor or
Like Survivor and
something,
shit.
dude. I've never been a fan of those because for me it's like so funny. They're like seeing the people like starve and there's like the camera crew is like right there with their buffet in the back and stuff because they always have like a buffet of food and stuff like on the island they bring with them.
Mhm.
So it's like they're not gonna let people starve even though they say, oh, you know, I'm dehydrated for this many days and stuff. It's like
there's doctors there to
there's
check.
doctors and all this other stuff, so it's not really like Survivor, bro. Like Survivor is like you get stranded and there's no contact to humanity or something.
All right, here's an idea. Have you seen Hunger Games?
Yeah, I watched it with you, dude.
I don't remember that. Anyway, how interesting would Hunger Games be in real life? Except it's like a choice. You know what I mean? It's not like people are forced to do it. Like if someone like bought an island and hosted like a show where it's basically Hunger Games or like a sport. So each year there's like 25 people get put on an island and the last one that survives wins a cash prize. I feel like people would watch that.
Well, obviously people would watch that. It's just same thing like the gladiators in like in Rome during the Roman Empire.
Mhm.
They were getting slaughtered by fighting each other. They'd put, you know, tigers, bears in there so they
Yeah.
fight and everything. People want to see people get mauled and die, which is kind of gruesome, but that's just humanity, right?
Mhm.
So if there's a show, but now because of you know, we're more civilized and we have people have rights and you know all that type of stuff. There's no more slaves, at least in the in the West. There's no more slaves, but all that type of like stuff won't fly anymore. Like the thing that's most like related to gladiator stuff is MMA, I would say.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's like the closest thing that we can get to without like having people like just kill each other on screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's the thing though. Like I think people would watch it, but no, like the government would not support it. It would try and just shut it down because it's just like as much fun as it would probably be to watch, it would be kind of fucked to watch at the same
well,
time.
the thing is, it's not morally right,
Mhm.
right? To just be like, because like killing someone is a sin, right? So having an event where people can kill each other is
Mhm.
kind
Yo,
of
but
like,
they signed a waiver.
yeah, bro. I might die. Not the responsibility of the organization to set this up.
Smart.
Bro, people be having these waivers everywhere, dude, for anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, they gotta keep themselves secure, not trying to get sued. So, speaking of dying, I'm making a good transition here. I know you haven't watched the movie Harry Potter, but the actor that played Dumbledore passed away this week. So I just want to say R.I.P. to Dumbledore. Just wanted to bring it up. I know you haven't watched Harry Potter, but what do I have to do to get you to watch Harry Potter?
I will never watch that shit.
Okay. Hypothetically speaking, in a world where you would watch Harry Potter, what would I have to do to change your mind? Or like, would I have to watch an anime with you? Would I have to go fun swim with you? What would I have to do?
I mean,
To
you already
watch-
have to go fun swim every week with
No,
me.
I don't.
That's like a
That is
given.
not a thing. What would I have to do to watch? What would I have to do to get you to watch Harry Potter? There has to be something. Shut up, bro. Shut up,
Well,
man.
probably for like 10 grand or some shit.
For 10 grand, you're gonna watch Harry Potter. You know what? Fair enough. That would be me in anime too.
Like
If
what?
someone paid me 10 grand, I would watch anime.
Like what? Like there's a price for everything, dude. $20 is $20, my guy. You know, so nah, that's sus. But
What do you mean it's sus? It's $20.
yeah, bro, you're right. You're right.
Okay. Last thing for me that happened this week is it's a big moment here. Pause. Moment of silence.
Do you need a drum roll or something?
Yeah, drum roll. I don't think that's getting picked up on the mic, sir.
It is. Don't you see it?
Now it is. Okay. We hit 100 subscribers on the podcast.
Let's go, dude. Shout out to all you guys subscribe.
Woo! 100, baby. And, that's only possible because we actually got an editor for the short form content. So we've been pumping out those shorts. We still got a long way to go. 100 subscribers took us 4 months, but we were pretty inconsistent at the beginning, so I don't think that counts. We got in the past month 60 subscribers, so we've been on that grind set with the podcast. We've been consistent every week. We haven't missed an episode in a minute, so shout out to us, and we're gonna just keep on with the
shout out to you guys for supporting the podcast.
Yeah, of course. Shout out to the homies. What should we call our podcast listeners? The homies?
No.
The broskies?
Yeah, let's
the broskies. Shout out to the broskies.
Dude.
Anything else happened to you this week, sir?
Not particularly, I would say. I mean, my foot's still recovering, so I started working out.
Yeah.
But I'm doing the full novice bro workout where it's you skip legs.
Bro,
that's
a dub.
That's what I've been doing right now. Just because I don't want to put too much pressure on my foot to do with squats and deadlifts and stuff. But everything else I've been I'm hitting bench again, overhead press. I've been replacing deadlifts with wide grip pull-ups and stuff, so
that's good.
I've been getting back on the grind with that.
That's good.
What do you mean you two the same? Have you been skipping legs too, bro, or what?
What? No, the thing with me is I have this weird knee thing, and I don't know what to do. It's my knee's in pain when it shouldn't be in pain. I think I need to go to one of those chiropractors to get myself fucking sorted. Because my knee shouldn't be hurting when I do a fucking squat with just the bar, bro. You know what I mean? It's just it's not like it's pain where I can't work through it. It's pain where it's uncomfortable in a way. It's I feel if I do too much weight or if I just slightly mess up, I'm gonna fucking hurt myself, So it's I'm not scared to do the weight, I'm scared to get injured.
Right.
So I'm in this weird scenario. I'm still trying to do legs and still trying to do that thing, but I think I need to get one of those
Bro, we got the knee wraps or the knee things.
Yeah, but the knee wraps, it's putting a Band-Aid on a freaking wound, fam. You know what I mean? That shit needs to be stitched up, not fucking Band-Aid.
Yeah, but I don't think you're wounded, bro.
Bro,
I think you just need to stretch out your knee or something.
Bro, my knee's been fucked for bare time, fam.
And honestly, I don't know, bro. For me, it's if I but just using the bar, yeah, it's kind of awkward. But when you put some more weight, if it you get into it more, your body, right?
Yeah, no, I definitely get into it, but I'm not trying to hurt myself, so it's
That's what the knee wrap is for, bro.
Okay. Okay, let's get to the question of the week, sir. Question of the week: if we could make people live forever with advanced medical tech, should there be limits on how long someone can live? And what problems might come up in a world where people don't age or die?
That was a pretty loaded question.
It is a pretty loaded question. That's why it's the question of the week. So let's start with the first part of the question. If people could live forever, how long should the limit be? If hypothetically people could live forever, what age limit should be the max that people should live for?
80 to 100 years, bro. I don't know, dude. What do you mean?
Use your imagination. All right, for me, if people could live forever, I would say that depending. Ooh, that's a difficult question to answer because you don't want to limit to what people are able to do. Because if people are technically allowed to live forever, why should we impose a rule to stop them to live forever? You know what I mean?
my issue isn't with the whole people living forever. Mine is the whole moral issue of
Mhm.
people living forever. Like, why would you want to live here forever, man?
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I know because obviously, there's God and there's heaven and all this.
Well, there's heaven and hell and everything.
Yeah, there's
Like,
everything.
for my concern is like if someone wants to live forever, then they're just like avoiding judgment basically for the rest of their lives because they're
Mhm.
staying on like the mortal plane.
And then, let me be the what's the word?
Devil's advocate.
Devil's advocate here. Let's say someone who doesn't believe in God and who's like an atheist or something. It's like for them they'll be like they don't know what's gonna happen after, so they might be scared to die, or it's like the unknown. I know life is full of unknowns, but like that's probably the biggest unknown.
Like the question of like what happens when we die. right?
Exactly. So
Well, I mean, of course, for someone who doesn't believe in an afterlife, it's death is scary because they don't know what is after death,
mhm.
right? I mean, I think I'm someone that's more like I'm not someone that's like affected by death that much because I know like
That's just part of life.
that's just part of life and like people move on to the afterlife.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's like not that big of a deal. But for someone who values their life on this earth a lot, I can understand why they'd want to like live forever or extend their life.
Yeah.
Right.
So then let's just go to the second part of the question. If people did live forever, what kind of problems would occur? Like obviously the most basic one is like there would be too many people on earth, right? Like if nobody dies, then the world's going to get filled and then, there's not going to be enough resources. So that would be the main issue, but what other issues could you see coming up?
Now, when you say they live forever, right? Does that mean that their bodies are like perfect forever, or do their bodies degenerate? Because regardless of what, like, because this world, like everything degenerates.
Mhm.
Like metal rusts,
Yeah.
right? Like things decay. Plants die, right? So everything is in a state of like decaying, right? So when like in this hypothetical situation, when you say people will live forever, are their bodies decaying as well, or have we like perfected like medicine or what? Because like the biggest issue with that I see is that if someone lives for let's say like even like 100 years, 500 years, 1,000 years, if you get it's since you're living a lot longer, you have a lot more chances of getting like you know a leg amputated or like a severe like accident that will cause major harm to your body for the rest of your life, right? So is it like, oh, they live forever, but if you like after 400 years you go do some like expedition and like you lose your foot, you don't get your foot back for the rest of your life?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, we'll say that your body is in good condition if you keep it in good condition. Like if you get into an accident or something happens, like you can still die, you know what I mean? But let's say you take all the other scenarios out of the equation, obviously the most like thing the thing that we're not even mentioning is like the food part and the exercise part, because as humans you need to eat good food and work out. So technically, if you could live forever, you technically wouldn't need to work out and you technically wouldn't need to eat good because your bodies are decaying because of that point. So let's just keep it simple. Let's say everyone's time frame went from, let's say, 80 to 100 to like 1,000 years. So they still decay, but up to 1,000 years.
mm-hmm.
What issues would kind of come about with that?
I don't really think there would be that many issues with that.
You don't think so?
Well, I mean, so here's another question.
Okay.
Okay. Since now they're changing the age from 80 to 100 to like 800 to 1,000. Does that mean like if I'm 20 years old now, is that the same as me being 200 years old in that scenario? Like would my body mature in that sense?
No.
So I would be a geezer at 200.
No, you would be technically a young man at 200. Like,
Right, but what condition is my body in? Am I
Okay.
going to be like, a young adult in my 200s? Or am I going to be, all my like.
Okay, let's say your brain, like,
Dude, this is getting so complicated. Dude.
let's say your brain stays the same, meaning that by the time you're 20, you're like as knowledgeable now as you are there, but your body doesn't age as quickly. You know what I mean?
So would I still be a child? when I'm
Okay, man. Let's just move on, bro, because the man's is making these so overcomplicated.
Well, because it's complicated because it's a complicated question.
it's supposed to be like fun and creative, and you create your own answer with the own kind of dynamics that you put onto it. Like you say, okay, this is how I would interpret the question. You know, don't ask me a billion questions how to interpret it. Just kind of go with it, fam. It's supposed to be fun. And the question of the week. I'm just moving on, bro, because you're just pissing me off.
Bro asks stupid questions. Bro's gonna get a stupid response.
Bro, why is Boston Pizza your favorite place?
I'll tell you why.
Shut
bro.
up, bro. That's a stupid.
I'll tell you
That's
why.
a stupid question.
That's not a stupid
That is
question.
a stupid question. Let's get to the topic of discussion for this week. So something recently happened, which was pretty heartwarming for me. And when I looked at it, I'm like, bro, we have to talk about this on the podcast. Do you have any guesses, or you're completely blindsided?
We only talk once a week, so I don't know
True.
what the hell.
I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with Pokemon.
Well, the new DLC for Gen 9 is coming out now.
That is definitely not what I was talking
Oh.
about, because I don't play Pokemon anymore. But
Me neither, bro.
2 days ago, it's been 17 years since the release of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
Bullshit.
No,
17? It came out, what, 2006, 7, no?
2006. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, 'cause it wasn't
September
platinum.
28, 2006. Currently, it's September 30th, 2023. So 2 days ago, 17 years ago, Pokemon Pearl and Diamond released. And for
Holy
context, if
shit.
you guys don't know, that was the first Pokemon game that me and my bro actually got.
But that
So-
was the first games we got on the regular DSs at the time, too.
So I thought we should go back in memory lane and talk about it, because I was like, bro, this is perfect, you know? So yeah, like, I guess first things first, like, what were you doing when Pokemon came out? Or like, well, how did we get to that point? You know, how did we even get to Pokemon Pearl and Diamond?
Well, I'm pretty sure we had Pokemon cards before that.
Did we?
100%. Because I remember at, like, school,
Mhm.
we had, like, Pokemon cards, and people were talking about Pokemon in school.
Yeah.
That I remember about, right? But we didn't get a game until Diamond and Pearl came out, right?
Because
then-
shout out to the grandparents, bro.
That's true.
Because our parents didn't want us to get the DS. Was it the yeah? It was.
It was the regular DS.
Not yeah, because after that was a 3DS. No, we had the regular DS. So I got Pokemon Pearl. He got Pokemon Diamond. And yeah, the grandparents sauced it up for us. And you know, our parents weren't the happiest, but it was actually goated that they got that for us. So shout out to the grandparents.
Remember, we were younger. Remember, it was like we could only play video games during like Christmas break and like summer break and stuff. You remember that?
Was that actually a
That
thing?
was a thing. We had that. Like, our parents were strict like that.
I don't remember that. That
What
was
do you
long
mean?
ago.
I mean, yeah, it was long ago because now, ever since high school, we had a computer and we could just play League whenever the fuck we want, right? But I'm saying, like, during when we were like really young, like in I don't know how old we were, dude, but like in like middle school, elementary school, whenever we got this DS and stuff, we could only play during Christmas time and summer break, dude.
Damn, I didn't know that.
What do you mean you didn't know that? We lived through it
I forgot, man. It was a long time ago.
17 years ago. But
Okay.
okay, so do you remember who your first starter Pokemon was?
Of course, bro. That was literally one of the questions on the list. Piplup, bro.
Yeah, this guy took the water type.
Bro, water. And this guy was always going with the grass. Freaking Turtwig head ass.
I mean, I will admit that Turtwig. Well, I think Gen 4 has some of the best starter Pokemon.
I think we're a bit biased, but
I mean, yeah, we're biased, but I think but design-wise and also like Well, competitively speaking too, but that's besides the point. I think they have some of like the best design, like starter Pokemon, right? Um,
Do you have any like fond memories of playing the game? Like any like cool stories?
I mean, I just remember we got it, and we were staying at our grandparents at the time. And I remember, like, I was so addicted to playing. Like, every time I replay, like, Diamond, Pearl, or, like, even Platinum, the first, like, between, like, the first gym leader and the second gym leader, or, like, between the start of the game and the second gym leader, like, that whole, like, routes going is just so nostalgic for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, like, trying, I think we went to, like, we bought the games, and I think the day after we tried to go to. I remember we like binged the games, and we even went to like the
Bro.
cinema and stuff. And I took the DS in the cinema playing the game and
We
stuff.
were
Like,
addicted, fam.
but,
That
like-
shit was fire, though.
but it was so much fun.
Do you know what
man.
I actually remember? So this was actually your story that you told me. I don't know why this is the one that stands out the most. I think it was from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you were playing it, and there was like a Bidoof that was shiny. Was that Pokemon Pearl?
That was
Diamond,
that was
I mean?
platinum, dude.
Oh, that was Platinum.
That was platinum.
Well, anyways, we can tell the story anyway since we're on the topic. But basically, Mans was playing Pokemon Platinum, and he started the game. And you know how you start the game, you have to go through the things, the grass, but you don't have any Pokeballs yet. Mans found a shiny Bidoof on his first freaking Pokemon battle, so he couldn't even catch it.
Yeah,
Which
it was really
actually,
cringe. But yeah,
Yeah. When it comes to Pokemon, those Pearl and Diamonds, we actually played a lot of. I think those were the actually first Pokemon games, at least for us, that we could actually like fight each other. You know what I mean? Like there was a battles between the games. No.
well, you could fight between, because before Diamond and Pearl, it was Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire on
Yeah.
the Game Boy, and I think
Did they have battles back then?
they did, but I think you need to have like there was like a cable between the
Mhm.
Game Boys you had to connect to play.
Yeah.
But the DS was you could connect to Wi-Fi. It was like the first like
yeah.
thing from Nintendo that you could connect to like Wi-Fi, right?
That was fire, bro. Bro, I think all of our Pokemon were like level 100, bro.
We both had level 100 teams for sure.
That was
100%.
And
I
the
don't remember
thing-
who was on the teams for each of us.
Yeah.
All I know is I had Totera and Dialga on that team. Who else? I don't remember. But those two, 100% I had level 100s.
Mm-hmm.
You had, I think, Palkia and Empoleon, no?
Yeah, and the bird. What was the bird called? Star something?
Staraptor?
Was that Staraptor? I don't know. I always liked the bird one, the Pidgeot or whatever. Pidgeotto. Was it Pidgeotto?
No.
It was the star, right?
It's Star one. Starly, Staravia, and Staraptor.
Yeah, Staraptor. I always liked the bird for some reason. I think because you could always get it at the beginning, and she was so useful, so that was pretty legit.
No, I will say Gen 4 is one of my favorite games. And every time I replay it, it's just so nostalgic. But so how many Pokemon games, like when did you stop playing Pokemon? What was your last game?
Right before X and Y, I remember. The game before X and Y.
Because I know we played Black and White. Did you?
No, I didn't play Black and White.
You didn't?
No, was that before X and Y?
Yes.
Then I didn't play Black and White. No. I was on my Minecraft grind at that point.
No, we had Black and White.
No, you had it. I didn't have it.
Oh, you didn't play it?
Or if I did get it, I barely played it
Really?
because I don't remember much about that. I remember like being hardcore on Minecraft at that point.
Well, I think our game, we started off with Pokemon on the DS. And we played like some Mario games on the DS too and stuff. And we had like the Wii, right? But I'm saying like the big name games that we played
Yeah.
were Pokemon.
Pokemon,
Then we went off to Minecraft.
Minecraft, and then League of Legends.
Was it League of Legends right after Minecraft?
Yeah, it was. Like obviously there's some smaller games, but like that's kind of my recollection.
That's kind of
Pokemon,
like
Minecraft, League of Legends, and those are some heavy hitters, honestly. Like I swear, like those are like top 3 games of all time.
I think Minecraft is one of the most bought games, like PC games of all time. I think Pokemon is one of the biggest names as like a game, right? Like everyone knows what Pokemon and Pikachu and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess League of Legends at a time was also one of the most played games.
It is still. The thing is, the
Bro.
consistency with League of Legends is insane. You know, because like Minecraft had like its ups and downs, but like League is just like consistent, bro. Sure, it might have a little dips in there, but like,
No, I feel like so many people stopped playing League of Legends, dude.
bro, you would be surprised, fam.
No way you've got people who are still addicted to this. Dude.
People are addicted
There's
to
no
League, bro.
like I had like I would like relapse from time to time. I'd be like 6 months off, then I get back on League for like 4 months. But that game is so toxic, bro.
Mhm.
And it's like for me, I don't know, bro.
All right, let's get back to Pokemon Diamond and Pearl because that was kind of the main topic of discussion for today. Let's do a bit of a comparison to each game. So, compared to like, Platinum, Gold and Silver, which one was your favorite and like kind of explain why that was your favorite game out of all of them.
Between all the Gen 4 games,
Yeah.
which one was my favorite, man? I don't know, bro.
Honestly, Gold and Silver is a bit underrated, low
Hard
key.
Gold, Soul Silver.
Because of those Pokemon ball things, the walkers or whatever.
Poketches,
Yeah.
those are so trash, dude.
Bro, those were funny
Those-
as fuck.
It
bro.
was literally like Pokemon Go before Pokemon Go
Bro,
existed. That's what it
literally.
was.
Yeah.
Like beta Pokemon Go, where you can like put a Pokemon from your game into this thing, walk around with it, get steps, and get berries or something.
Bro, it's 200 IQ. You get kids to exercise, bro.
Stop.
Nah, I like that one. But nah, I think I think with anything, honestly, for me as well, like whenever it's like the first of anything,
That's
the
what I was
first
gonna
is
say.
always like the best. Like the
Like-
first movie in a series is usually the best. The first game in a series is usually the best. Like the first is usually kind of like starts at the top.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, when I first played Diamond, I loved the game so much, right? Now, if I ever go back to replay the games, I always play Platinum, because Platinum's a better made game than Diamond.
Is that the one that with Red Gyarados?
No, that's Hard Gold, Soul Silver.
Okay.
Platinum's the one where Giratina comes out from the ground and like,
Yeah.
you know, that one. That was Platinum. And Platinum just has a better end game than Diamond and Pearl. And there's like there's just this is like a better made game than
Yeah.
Diamond. Like the end game, like the battle towers better in Platinum and stuff than Diamond and Pearl. But for nostalgic purposes and like my team that I built, it was Diamond. Probably the best game I ever played. From like a nostalgia point of view,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. I heard you said you were replaying the games. I tried replaying the games, but it's just not the same. You know what I mean?
I mean, of course, it's never the same. But see, when we played Pokemon, we didn't understand the mechanics whatsoever.
No, for sure. We were
Like
just
like any games that were like we would just like our Pokemon just had like if the move base power had like the highest, you know, we would just use that move.
yeah.
Even though if you want to play with strategies and stuff, it's like garbage.
Mhm.
It's like you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, no, we didn't know jack about the game. But I think that's what made it so fun. It's like you don't know how to play, so you can figure it out on your own.
But I feel like we didn't play Pokemon to like have the best team. We played the Pokemon because we wanted to catch Pokemon that we like can make connections with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like for me, the point of the game of Pokemon is to catch them all, right? So that's what we were trying to do. We were trying to get all of the Pokemon, and then there's like secret Pokemon you can't get because you have to trade with different games. and
Remember
stuff.
we had like action replay to like do hacks and stuff. You remember that?
What?
Do you know what an action replay is?
No.
It was a thing that we would put in the DS before we loaded the games by clicking the buttons, and it put the Diamond and Pearl games to load like hacks into it.
I don't remember that. What the heck?
You could like walk through walls and all the other stuff.
Where did we get that?
What do you mean? You just at GameStop, you just buy the action replay or whatever. It was like this thing you could like download like these codes, but like we didn't ever know how to download codes. We just had like the regular base codes, and we could like 100 rare candies, move through walls and
I
stuff.
don't remember doing that at all.
Really? How do you think we got like legendaries and stuff that we couldn't get without
I
having
don't
with
know,
the previous
bro.
games.
I
It
don't
was
know.
through cheating, bro.
Really? We cheated?
Yeah. But that was like way after we finished the games and we wanted to just like catch them all basically, And also we didn't know how events worked cuz like remember like Darkrai and like Cresselia like
Yeah, I
like
remember Darkrai. I always wanted to get Darkrai. I don't know.
right. The way we would get Darkrai properly was through events. There was like Nintendo would say, "Hey, between this week and that week, you can join this event through Wi-Fi, and we'd send you a gift with the Pokemon, like Manaphy was in the egg, or you would like get these passes that you could go and like in the game, like unlock more content, right?
Well, I think because back then we didn't know too much about the internet and like YouTube and shit like that. Like it wasn't as
Well, that's the
prominent,
thing, right?
so we didn't have that information.
Remember we had the Diamond and Pearl like guidebook to help us, dude? You remember that, bro? That's how young we were, where it's like getting information online was like impossible. So we had to like buy the book to like help us with the guides and get all the routes. Do we still have that book, dude?
Bro, I don't
There's
even
no way.
know.
I'm gonna scour the basement today to find that book,
Good
bro.
one. I don't think we have it, fam. There's no shot.
Yeah, no idea, man. But be funny if we did. But yeah, no, dude, it was like a whole like it was just so nostalgic, dude. Like I remember like going through it. I remember that with my team I could not beat the Elite Four. So I begged you to give me your Empoleon and Palkia to help me beat the Elite Four.
Did I?
You did. You didn't want to, but like you did. And then because our moves were so bad. I had like, and then I didn't know what coverage was or anything, and we had like just highest base power and stuff, and it's like,
Yeah, for us it wasn't like there because when you watch all these like speedrunners now, that play Pokemon,
well, they need EVs, IVs,
There's
all this other stuff.
all
dude.
this crazy shit that they can do that I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Ended up like for us it was like if you wanted to get past the gym, you would have to be like 10, 20 levels above to like beat him because you didn't know how to switch the skills or like
Yeah.
the only things we knew were like
Which types were super effective against which types, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, they have a water type, and let me get my grass type out.
Literally,
and
that
that's
was
it. That's
it.
all,
that was it. But that's what made the games fun. That's what made the games fun. Like grinding it out.
What was your favorite Pokemon in that game?
Bro, like I'm just like a sucker for Piplup, bro. Like I know like there's a Prinplup and then
Empoleon.
Empoleon, but like I just love the starter Pokemons, bro. They have a special place in my heart, so. How about you, sir?
My favorite Pokemon in that generation. I mean, I might have to go and be like corny and say like Turtwig.
Bro, imagine choosing the starter Pokemon. What a cringe lord.
Do you even know? I could list you every single Pokemon in that region right now.
Okay, like
Okay.
you think you're cool or something?
I am
You
cool.
think you're cool
Okay.
or something?
What do you, okay, how about Lucario? You remember Lucario or no?
Yeah.
That was a cool Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the Dragonite Pokemon.
Dragonite?
No, the other one, the
Garchomp.
Garchomp.
That was the one. Remember Cynthia? Remember Cynthia, the final?
Yeah, she had like blonde hair and like the black things,
Yes.
right?
Dude, she's such a cutie, dude. She was the best, like, Pokemon
What is
champion
wrong
ever, bro.
with you?
What do you mean? She's literally the best, bro.
Bro, she's literally like a midget, bro.
I mean, they're all midgets on the DS or whatever. bro.
Okay, man's into midgets or what?
Stop. they're pixelated characters, bro.
Okay.
Nah, Cynthia is the strongest champion in
Mhm.
any generation, 100%. No doubt about it.
Yo, I just got a text from our boy Richard. Let's see what he's saying.
Bro, just
Hey, can I borrow the European adapter? Okay. Well, man's going on vacation, needs adapter. I'll give it to him after. Anyways, last thing that ended off on the Pokemon segment. We kind of talked about how, the old Pokemon was Diamond Pearl. Shout out to them. What do you expect? I don't know if you're still into like the whole Pokemon scene and stuff, but like compared to the old Pokemon, is it living up to, old Pokemon, or is it kind of just going downhill from now on?
I feel like Pokemon's been going downhill, bro. I don't know. Like the nostalgia with the old games is just not there. I've played So I've played Gen 3, I've played Gen 4, I've played Gen 5. I didn't play XY, but I played Omega Sapphire and no, like the remakes for Ruby and Sapphire. I
Yeah.
played those. I played the Shining Pearl, right? And I think that's it. I tried to play. I tried to play like the Alola ones, like the remake that was, I think it's Gen 7, that's based on like Hawaii, right?
I didn't know that was a thing.
But well, because each Pokemon region is based on different regions around the world.
Sure.
Like the first 4 generations are based on regions in Japan, but like Gen 5 was based on the United States, right?
I didn't know that.
So, yeah. So each region is like based on like different things, like actual geographic areas. So the Gen 7 is, I think, Alola like region, which is based on Hawaii. I tried playing that. I couldn't play that because in that game they removed gym leaders.
How do you remove gym leaders from
They
Pokemon?
removed gym leaders in Pokemon, dude.
How does that make sense? So what's the
'Cause-
point?
So now you would have to, instead of gym leaders, it's like these trials. You have to go and like fight these wild Pokemon and do these trials. It was like weird, and I didn't like it.
Nah.
I didn't like it. I'm
Nah.
like, what is this, bro? Where are my gym battles? You know what I'm saying? Where am I?
Bro, do you know I actually love gym battles because it's like it's not just you're going in and fighting. Like you have to find the passage to get to the right spot.
Well,
to
gyms were
fight
just
in.
so cool because some gyms were made really well. You have to like, it's like a puzzle that you have to solve, right? I love that. But no, I think the newer games have been getting worse. And also because they're making so many Pokemon, and the newer games they don't put every new Pokemon in the new game. So they're like they're changing the roster size and everything, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's not like you get all the, because before it was like, okay, every new Pokemon generation you would get all the previous Pokemon as well, right? But since there's so many Pokemon now, they can't like fit. I'm sure they can, but they don't, because they can like release as DLCs and
Yeah.
get more money that way and stuff. And there's also like there's so many bugs in the game, in the newer games too and stuff. So
I don't
because
know.
like it's Pokemon, they can just like make a new game and
Make money.
make money, because kids
Yeah.
will just play it just to play it, and the people that are like nostalgic about it, it's like,
Because it's so big in like Japan and shit.
yeah. I mean, I will say this, like Pokemon, like the Shining Pearl, like the remake for Pearl, right?
Oh yeah, they did remake that. I forgot about that.
Right, you have it here on the Switch, dude. You literally bought
I
it. You
literally
played
bought
like
it.
Beat the first 2 gyms and you stopped playing it,
I
bro.
did stop playing it.
So
Bro, I don't have the time to play. Bro, when you're kids and you have nothing to fucking do, you can just play like every single day.
true,
grind it.
but I'm saying like people looked at the source code for the original game and the source code for the new game, and it was literally copy pasta. The only thing that changed was the visual and stuff. So if Game Freak, is it Game Freak? I think it's, if like Nintendo Game Freak, whoever makes these games, makes the remakes but doesn't make them good. They just like
Mhm.
like copy paste the code and reskin it, like make it like up to date with the visuals.
Yeah.
Then it's like, I understand it's a remake and they want it to be like true to the game.
But like, then what can they do to like fix it? Like, what would you do if you like ran Pokemon? Because I feel like they kind of scuffed it by releasing too many Pokemon. You know what I mean?
I don't think that's the issue. I honestly think going to 3D for Pokemon was such a mistake. Such a big mistake. I feel like Pokemon should be played 2D with the pixels, like with the characters moving like
Mm-hmm.
in like two dimensions. The whole 3D stuff, sure, it's because we're 2023, it's newer and stuff,
Yeah.
with all the visuals and the VR and stuff. There's something about playing Pokemon like 2D that's just so nostalgic. Because even if there's like people that make like spin-off games, their own Pokemon games in 2D, I feel like those are better than the actual like newer games.
Really interesting.
Like maybe it's just me being nostalgic because it's like I played Pokemon 2D for so
Mhm.
long, but I just feel like Pokemon 2D is better than 3D.
Like, I think they should just keep each generation with a limited amount of Pokemon, because like how many Pokemon is in like the new generation?
No, but that's what they're doing now. They're limiting the Pokédex with like the new Pokemon and then like some of the old Pokemon, like the fan favorites.
But that's what I mean. Like, they should just keep like each generation to their own set of Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if like you could only play with like certain Pokemon in each generation. You would go back and play those games just for those Pokemon, and you could trade the Pokemon from different generations. You know what I mean? That would be cool.
What do you mean? Well, so then each Pokemon can be in each generation then?
They can be, but they're not supposed to be like there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but see, but that's the issue, right? Just because you can't catch the Pokemon in the games, you were always able to like bring back Pokemon. Like, why do you think after we got Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold to Silver, I bought an old copy of Ruby. You can put like the old cartridges in the DS, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I bought no copy so I could catch like. Well, I think this is before Heart Gold Soul Silver because I want to catch Groudon and like, the Reggies and all those like other legendaries that we couldn't catch in Diamond and Pearl. So that was already a thing. The only issue is that because there's so many Pokemon, it's like now they're limiting the Pokédex to be like this only this Pokemon in this
Mhm.
generation.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. No. That makes sense. That must be interesting to kind of do that thing. Any final words on Pokemon in general or Diamond and Pearl?
I feel like Diamond especially will always have a place in my heart.
Yeah, because you got Diamond, I got Pearl, I got the better game, so it was like a pretty special place in both of our hearts, you know. Shout out Palkia.
I mean, competitively speaking, Palkia was really good, and I would say both Dialga and Palkia are really good competitively in Gen 4.
Bro,
But
we remember that Wii
Pa- pa-
Pokemon game? Bro, I know we're trying to end off the segment, but like quickly,
Yeah,
that Wii
Battle
game.
Frontier, we still have it. We still have our Pokemon on that because we gave our DSs away and the Pokemon games away. But our mom gave it away. But that's besides the point. We still have Battle Frontier, and we can literally put it on and we can see all our old Pokemon because we like transferred
Yeah.
it and stuff, right? So,
Maybe we gotta run that.
no, Battle Frontier was fun. I mean, we can run it, but we have shit Pokemon. Like like now I would like change so much of like the move sets and everything.
Yeah.
But now if I play it just for nostalgia purposes.
of course.
But that's
of course.
no, that's besides the point. So.
But yeah, 17 years ago, Pokemon Diamond Pearl was released, and honestly, it was a pretty monumental moment in our lives. And who knows? Maybe one day when I'm just rich and sitting at home bored as fuck, I might just pull out Pokemon Pearl and run it all over again. Who knows?
I mean, my kid's definitely gonna play Diamond first.
Okay, I don't think they're gonna want to play that shit. They're gonna be like, "What is this old ancient game, Dad?"
Nah,
Bro,
they're gonna play it.
imagine Dad coming to us and being like, "Hey, you want to play Pong?" On
Okay.
the fucking whatever that stick thing is. What is it called? It starts with an A. The Aviator? No. What's that old fucking console game called?
Game Boy.
No, it's before Game Boy. It starts with an A, bro. The
Ace. No,
you know what I'm talking about.
I think so, man.
Why can't I think of the name? I don't know. But anyways, it's before the Game Boy. And basically the only game was Pong on there. I don't think you would want to play that game if you saw Pokemon. It's going to be like in the future. Like the future there's going to be these crazy games. Your kids are not going to want to play Pokemon, I'll be honest.
Well, they will, but they'll be playing Pokemon VR, dude. So.
True. Okay. That was an interesting topic. I don't know. I just thought I wanted to kind of bring it back. I saw the headline. I'm like, this got to be perfect for today. Let's play some games, sir. So if you guys don't know, if you're new to the podcast, at the end of the episode, we usually play a few games just to have some fun, to add some spice to the content. So we got 3 games today, bringing back a classic unpopular opinions, flying under the radar versus flying over the radar, and a top 5 draft. Did you get you got my message this time?
Yeah.
So you prepared?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, we'll end it off with the
I'm
top
ready.
5 drafts. So, unpopular opinion. I'm going to say an unpopular opinion that I found on Reddit. William's going to tell me if he agrees or disagrees and why. Unpopular opinion. Flaking on plans you made with a friend isn't self-care, it's rude.
What do you mean self-care?
So, like, you're tired, after a long day of work and you don't want to...
Flaking on plans. Okay. Unpopular opinion. It's not self-care. It's rude.
So, when they say unpopular opinion, they agree with this statement.
Okay. I 100% agree with that statement. I am someone that's very articulate with my friends and someone that is very what's the word? Like who's like always on time, who always like
He was early basically to stuff, and like you don't like.
I'm
missing
very
shit.
consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, hey, we have plans for this on this day at this time. I'm going to be there.
Yeah, it's like if it happens once in a blue moon, it's okay. You know, shit happens, but it's not like happening on a regular basis. You know what I mean? Like if some shit happens where like you have to tell your boys, yo, I can't make it. Like obviously it would be preferable if you said it before, but
Well,
like you know sometimes stuff happens.
I mean, for me, it's either like if I have stuff to do and someone's like, "Hey, you want to do this?" I look and see if I can do it, and I'm like, "Yes." It's like as I either say yes, it's like an invitation. It's like it's either yes, I'm coming, or no, I'm not coming.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's it, right? And it's like if I say yes, I'm coming, then I'm gonna come. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna flake,
of
bro.
course, of
You know what I mean?
course.
Like,
All right. Unpopular opinion: absence of body hair for both men and women in media should not be the norm. I'm gonna rephrase it because it's kind of worded kind of dookie, but basically, body hair for men and women in media should not be the norm. Basically, like, you know how in media everyone is like fully shaved and like fully clean, and basically just looks like a perfect person. This person's arguing that that shouldn't be like that. Like people should have hair and keep the way they look and not be perfect.
yes, but only for men, dude. Women, I don't want to see no like, bikini model with like unshaven legs and like armpit hair and stuff. No, fuck that, dude. But as a guy, because men are supposed to be like dirty, right? So it's like, okay, bro, you don't comb your hair in
Dirty?
the morning. You're unshaven. You're like you have chest hair, back hair. That's fine,
So
right?
you don't think guys should shave their chest hair?
Bro, if you shave your chest hair as a man, and it's not for like reasons like, oh, I'm a competitive swimmer and I don't need the hair, on my legs and stuff, then like, what are you doing, bro? You have chest on your hair because you're a man.
All right.
Be a man,
Okay,
bro.
we're not gonna go back into this again. Man's gonna go on a rant about being a man.
Okay?
Okay. Unpopular opinion: there's no reason to work out longer than 1 hour in the gym.
I half agree. I'm gonna do what you said and not ask you questions. So I'm assuming when you say work out for an hour, it's like strength training. If you're doing
Yeah.
strength training for an hour, that should be more than enough. As long as you get your reps in and and you have a consistent schedule,
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. Now, it depends also on what your schedule is like. If you're working 4 or 5 times a week, then yeah, 1 hour a day is fine. If you can only work 2 days a week, then maybe working out 2 hours for those 2 days could also be fine. You'll be a lot more tired and you won't perform as well because you won't have enough rest for your body, for your muscles. But it's to each their own, like,
So you-
individualistic needs.
So you don't. So if let's say someone is lacking time, and you would think it's better to do shorter workouts than long workouts. Like instead of doing 2 1-hour workouts a week, they should do like 4 30-minute workouts a week.
Yes, 100%. Because I forgot the formula for this. It's like,
Y equals mx plus b.
no, it's like volume times weight times reps or something. Does that make sense? It's like some like formula that like people use about like how much, how much of
Sure.
a load you should be like pushing every or pulling every week by working out.
Yeah.
So if you get your reps in and the weight in, then obviously it's a lot easier to do that if you spread out the time.
Yeah.
It's like eating. It's a lot easier to eat like small meals throughout the day to get your calorie intake or your like protein intake and stuff than to try and force feed yourself a huge meal like every 6 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Makes sense, sir. All right, last unpopular opinion. Spending more than $30 per person for food is too expensive.
I'm gonna be honest, Chief. Okay. That's like It's the norm these days. If you go to a restaurant and you're not spending over $30 for per person, bro, then what are you doing at McDonald's, dude?
Bro, it depends on the restaurant. I think this is a very situational. This question.
Well, it depends. If you want to go high-end restaurant, then obviously you're gonna be paying more than $30, dude. But it's like if you go to like even like a steakhouse, you're gonna be spending like $40 for a
Like
steak.
it depends on, first of all, what your income is, what your budget is, where you're going. There's like so many different variables, but I think on the base premise that if you're trying to survive, you don't need to spend more than $30. You know what I mean? Like you can survive on like $5-10
I mean,
a meal.
bro, $5-10 meal from where, bro?
Like buying it and cooking it yourself.
Yeah, but I thought you meant like restaurants.
Yeah, that could be. That's what I mean. This question can be interpreted in many different ways.
Okay, so then yeah, if you're just cooking for yourself, then you don't need to spend $30.
Exactly.
But I was under the impression that people were going out to eat.
No, that is
Because
part
if
of
you
the
go out
question
to
too.
eat, the only places that you won't spend $30, you spend $20 is like to get pizza or like, you know.
Bro, Domino's today. What are you saying?
Take in. We're not sponsored by Domino's or anything, but this week until October 1st, which is what, Monday or
Tomorrow.
Sunday? Until tomorrow, it's half off at Domino's, bro. So you guys better, you know,
This is coming out after, so they won't see it, bro. They won't get the offer.
fuck. Well, sucks to be you guys.
All right. Let's play
Unlucky.
flying under the radar versus flying over the radar. I'm gonna name a topic, a word, a subject. William's gonna tell me if he thinks it's flying over the radar or flying under the radar. Basically, overrated or underrated. Avocado toast, flying under the radar or flying over the radar?
Dude, avocado toast is flying so high, bro. They can see the ozone layer, bro. 'Cause,
Bro,
like,
just
stop.
wait a second.
I like avocado. Okay.
It's a fire. Avocado toast. Like, I'm not even trying to be like that white bitch, but like it's fire.
We got a Cali girl in the basement today, bro, on the podcast.
It's so good.
Dude, okay. Toast is good. Avocados by themselves are mid.
No, they're not.
Avocados as like in guac is really good.
Oh.
Okay? So if you said guac toast, that would be a lot better than avocado toast.
Best and guac toast. That's nasty, bro.
How is guac toast nasty, but avocado toast is godlike, bro?
Because avocado toast, if you don't want to squish the avocados, you want to have it in slices. That's the tech. If you squish
You're
it,
actually a Cali
and-
girl, bro.
Okay.
Straight Cali girl,
Let's just go
bro.
to the next one. Pokemon flying under the radar versus flying over the radar.
It's just flying at like regular altitude, bro.
I think it's a bit flying over the radar. Because for the
Okay, maybe now with the new games it's flying over the radar. But I don't think Pokemon is overrated because I think it's actually like a good game.
Yeah, but I think the hype that it gets is a bit too much now, especially with like Pokemon Go and stuff. Like, I feel like
Okay, Pokemon Go is flying over the radar. Because that shit is not Pokemon, bro.
well, there's Pokemon in the name. But.
Yeah, but like it's you don't do I don't know, it's just really cringe, right?
All right, Rubik's Cube flying over the radar or flying under the radar?
I don't know. I think it flies under the radar because I feel like the Rubik's Cube is just like a fun pattern game, right? Because it's just all like patterns in math. If you understand the pattern and the math behind it, you can solve any Rubik's Cube.
Yeah,
So,
I know how to solve a Rubik's
As
Cube.
weird flex. Okay, no one cares.
What the fuck?
So
Okay. Can we
if-
just move on, bro? I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
I think it's underrated in the sense of that people should understand the algorithm behind it, right?
All right. Jesus. AirPods flying over the radar or flying under the radar?
I feel like they're overrated, bro. They're flying over the radar.
Really?
like, Whoa, okay, now there's like, you know, like what's the shit that everyone else promotes, like the Radon or whatever the hell.
Ray-Ban though. No, those are garbage, bro. Apparently they're like some e-commerce like drop shipping store that like produces dookie sounds.
Okay, so sound quality is something that I really like, right?
Okay, I think that
So-
AirPods, maybe the Apple AirPods are overrated, but I think Bluetooth earphones are underrated.
I would agree. I would agree with that statement.
All right, last one. Movie theaters. Underrated or movie theaters flying under the radar or flying over the radar?
I'm going to say two things. The movies that are being made in the theaters are flying over the radar because they're way too overrated. No one cares about Hollywood and what shitty movies they make anymore, okay?
Yeah.
I think the actual movie theater is flying under the radar though, dude, because the nostalgia of going into a movie theater, sitting down, on a date with a girl, or with your boys, eating popcorn and watching something
It's
good
a vibe.
is a vibe, dude. It's like something that you would do when we were younger, just to go out and like be with people. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I mean?
agree. I think it's still a good place to go.
Because like everyone can like torrent shit on the internet and like watch like the new movies on their laptop or like computer, but you don't go to the theater to watch the movie. You go for the social experience of being with people and experiencing something like new for the first time together.
Yep, I agree, sir. Movie theaters are always gonna be a place we go, and honestly, I hope they don't go out of business because like they be raising the prices on the bar, like the food snacks, and like if they're raising,
I'm still gonna get my one nacho two cheese, bro. I love that shit so much.
bro. I went to the movie theater. Quick story: the other day, like a month ago or something, 2 months ago, and I forgot to bring water because I always like bringing water because the movies are always long. Bro, the water bottle was $5. I got scammed, bro. I got scammed.
I mean,
$5 for
yeah.
a water bottle? Okay, anyways. That's a bit overrated. Alright, let's play the final game. We're going to play top 5 draft foods that start with the letter C. Are you starting or am I starting?
Okay, my first food that I'm picking is this.
There's only one good first answer, so don't mess it up, bro.
Oh, I'm gonna give you this answer because I think there's so much better stuff. You can have this answer,
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay, go.
but my first answer is gonna be calamari.
That is on my list, but I don't think it's worthy of the first pick, sir.
I know what you're gonna pick, but I'm not a fan of that. So you can have it, bro. Okay.
Man knows, but no,
I know.
calamari is a dub pick.
But calamari, like it's a classy pick. You know what I mean?
see, I'm trying to be friends with the audience, and I don't think everyone likes fish and like squid. So I'm gonna go with chicken. Chicken is goated, bro. Like everyone likes chicken, except if you're like a vegan, which we don't have to talk about. But like, if you like meat, you like chicken.
Yeah, but I like beef or pork.
But that starts with a B, not a C. So.
I know.
All right. So what's your second?
My second food is chili.
Bro, okay. That one is so underrated. I didn't think you were going to think of it. I'm actually triggered, fam. Like, I put that, that was, like, one of the last things I thought about. And I'm like, fuck, this is good. I don't think he's going to think of it. But, like, I don't know if the audience is going to really
Agree? Well,
agree.
because chili, you can put a lot. You can put beef in chili.
That's what I'm saying.
Beans. Chili is just so good, bro.
All right, I guess I'm going to keep on going with the easy answers here. I'm going to go with cheese. Cheese is, like, on everything, bro. Cheese is on chili. Cheese is
Yeah.
on Parmesan chicken. Is that what it's called? No, chicken Parmesan. So cheese you can go on everywhere. So I'm going to go with cheese. I'm going to go with two staples, chicken and cheese. So
Chicken and cheese. Well, I
man's
got
going a bit of a
calamari.
man's
and
going a bit of
chili.
a different path, but I can respect it. All right. Continue.
My next food is chocolate.
Okay, bro. That was a heavy hitter, I can't lie. That is a heavy hitter. Chocolate.
Because chocolate is like the de facto candy,
Mhm.
which is also starts with the C,
yeah.
right? But it's like it's the good candy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and everyone loves chocolate.
Of course, of course. So I have a few that I could counter with here, but I think I'm gonna take the last one that's like a big heavy hitter that you missed. Chips. You know, I think just the variety with chips is just like you
Bro,
can't
chips
go
is a
wrong.
snack. It's not food, bro.
Bro, what? A snack is food. It's not a meal. It's food. It's a difference, all right? Snacks are foods for bro.
Okay,
all right?
okay.
Chips. That's what I got for my number 3.
Well, since you decided to take chips for some reason, I'm gonna take cake as my number 4.
Bro, man's like that cake though. That
Have you ever-
chocolate cake.
I got chocolate and I got cake, so you got that chocolate cake, bro.
Mm,
So you know what I'm saying.
okay. I don't know. I like cake, but it's like honestly, I think cake is a bit overrated. But that's just my opinion.
A lot of cakes are overrated, but when you find a good cake,
Mhm.
it's really good.
All right, you just picked 2 heavy hitters back to back. So I'm trying to think of something that's. I have like 2 good options here, and I don't know which one I should pick first because I don't know if you're gonna pick it. Let's see. Do I wanna? You know what? I'm gonna go with what I think the audience is really gonna like. All right. I'm gonna appease. Is that the word?
I think so.
Appease to the audience. I'm gonna go with cereal.
Bro picked cereal, dude.
Bro,
How is that? That's not even a heavy hitter.
It
bro.
is a heavy hitter because
Cereal's so
everyone
over-
eats cereal.
It's overrated, dude.
It is overrated, but I think everyone eats cereal for breakfast. Like when I went to school back in the day and I talked to my friends, everyone was like, "Yeah, eat cereal, cereal, cereal." So like personally,
yeah, but
I
cereal
think it's
is
overrated.
crap food, bro.
It is, but I'm trying to, see what the audience is gonna go with, and I think a lot of people eat cereal, so I'm gonna go with that. All right, what's your final C food, sir?
My final seafood. Get it? Seafood? Yeah, no one asked. The, the final seafood that I think I will add to my list. Oh, I don't know which one I want to pick.
Wait, you have multiple?
I will pick cinnamon buns.
Okay. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Because I have a lot of desserts on this on this list, right? But I don't know why, but like glazed cinnamon buns are
They hit.
so good, bro.
They hit.
Man, I might have to get one today.
They hit. So I have like 2 good ones left, and they're both sweets, and I don't know which one I should choose. So I'm gonna name both of them, but I'm gonna choose one.
Bro, can I name my other one too then?
But
or
you're
what?
5. You're already done, right? So you can name yours after, but like.
Okay, okay.
Well, we can discuss after, but I have 2 that I'm not sure of, because you can't take any of my answers anymore.
Right.
So my 2 left are either churros or cookies. You know what I mean? Like those are 2 heavy hitters.
Churros is overrated, dude.
Definitely not.
Cookies are so much better than churros.
Um,
Those Subway cookies.
those
bro.
Subway cookies. So
Those Subway cookies.
I
dude.
like both of them, but I probably have eaten more cookies in my life, so I do have to probably lean towards more cookies. So I'll choose cookies as my final one. But churros get a what's the word? A 6-man spot, you know.
I love how
6-man
we
of the
all
year.
we just like pick like desserts. That's
Because
the crazy
most
part.
of the there's not many foods that start with C.
Cabbage, carrots, cherries. Like there's
Bro.
I was picking between cherries and cinnamon rolls because like cherry
No, no, no.
cheesecake is so good. bro.
Cherries was definitely on my list too. Cheesecake, but like you already chose cake.
And you
so.
picked cheese, right? So
Nah, I can respect
But
the cherry pick.
cherries are like
But honestly, I didn't have cinnamon buns on my list, so that was that came out of nowhere. I gotta respect.
well, there's
that
a cinnamon buns. Yeah, those are.
All right, so there's our list, guys. Let us know who won. So what was yours again, so they can decide in the comments.
I picked calamari, chili, chocolate, cinnamon buns, and then cake.
Yep. And then I had chicken, cheese, chips, cereal, and cookies. All healthy things, bro. All healthy things. But yeah, that was kind of it for the games today. And yeah, that's kind of how we're gonna end off the podcast today. yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's podcast, Flying Under the Radar. I think this is episode number 12. So, yeah, new episodes out Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys keep up with us. And if you guys have a question of the week that you guys want us to answer for next week, make sure you guys leave it down in the comments.